Hello and welcome to Mechwarrior Online. Today I'm doing a quick review of the ADR-D. I really love this build on this mech, and this is a omnipod mech, so that means I can take advantage of the omnipods and make it into what I want it to be. I also really like the way this thing looks. If you kind of look at it, it kind of looks like a miniature Warhawk, but obviously not as weak as the Warhawk. Since you can, with this build, you can put Warhawks in chalk outlines. You just gotta be patient. This isn't like a lot of other little light mechs that is designed to harass mechs. This is a range mech and backup frontline mech. You don't want to be at the front line or the tip of the spear, but you definitely can dish out the damage and remind people that you are on the battlefield. And I really like this paint job. So let's take a look at this thing So this is the ADR-D, and as you can see, I have added some toys to it. So over here on this corner, we have a B arm, which gives us a energy weapon. And it also gives us energy cooldown of 5%, base armor +6, and base structure +6. And then over here we have a D and a D and a D. We even have a D head, actually. Yeah, we have a D head. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to take advantage of the fact that this has a center torso energy point. So this gives me the option of having 3 energy points on this. And what's interesting about this is even though this isn't located in the center torso, it actually puts the energy weapon above the head. So if you can see it, you can shoot it. You can do a lot of other fun builds with this mech, and this mech has, because it's an omnipod mech, you can do quite a bit with this to make this into a really, really, really fun mech. If you're going to do tag, you can put a tag laser there, and then you can do your LRMs or ATMs or your streaks, and that'll work out for you. I wouldn't know because I don't use streaks, but the way I have this set up is 3 energy points, which are 3 ER medium lasers, and then I have 2 ATM-9s with 3 tons of ammo, and this does work out rather well. Now, I could have sacrificed the energy point here and then just gone with 2 energy points, or I could have gone with 2 ATM-6s and then had better ammo, and I have done that, and it does work rather well. But honestly, I don't fire these as often as I would on some of my other mechs, because I have to be frugal with the amount of ammo that I have. So I fire them when I get a lock, or if I have really good placement on the target and I know the target isn't going to move, it's going to be stationary, then I'll fire the weapons. Because this is an omnipod mech and I changed out some of the pieces, I'm not getting the original quirks. However, I am still getting some quirks. So laser duration, -6. Base armor and base structure, once again, +6. Coming over here, I'm getting missile velocity +5%, and of course base armor +6. Not getting anything with the head, but I am getting missile velocity +5, and base armor once again +6. So these are working out to give me some really good features, and when you combine those with the center torso, heat -5, heat dissipation +5, base armor center torso +15, overheat damage -20%. So I'm actually getting some pretty decent quirks out of this that work in my favor. Now, this is how it looks here, and you can see that once again that even though it's located in the center torso is technically above the cockpit. So this is really nice in that regard. So as an example, if you wanted to take this and build it a different way, you could have quite a bit of fun with this. Let me show you what I mean. I have run this build many, many times. So you go an ER large laser here, and here, and here. And then you have 4 tons left over for double heat sinks. Or you could put missiles on there if you want. But honestly, what I really like doing with this is doing this. You put the 4 double heat sinks on here with 3 ER medium or ER large lasers, and then you can just sit back and do strikes with this. Your heat management is 1.52. So you can fire all 3 of these. You're going to get ghost heat. You can fire all 3 of these and do some serious damage at distance, because you have mad distance on this, especially with the way I have it quirked out. So quirked out, this will do an optimum, maximum possible damage all the way out to 931. So 931 meters, I am doing maximum damage. Now, 932, I'm not. It's going to start dropping off. And of course, at the maximum range, it's doing hardly no damage at all. So it's really not worth mentioning that. But at half that distance, which is right around 1250, at least one of these is going to do as much as 5 to 5.5 damage. So that is something. And it's also good for tapping people on the shoulder and saying, hey, you know, you have to be aware of me. I'm a force to be reckoned with, and you know, I can hurt you. And doing that alone on the battlefield creates distraction, and that distraction can help your team get a win. So this is one build that I've done on this. Thought I had some of these saved. Another fun build to do, if you don't mind switching around the omnipods a little bit, you can go for an all energy build. Is this the one? It doesn't matter. So now you have the option of doing all these weapons here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But wait. Now you can also put missiles out on the arms as well. So there's a lot of different things you can do. This is one of the benefits of having an omnipod mech. I've actually done this as a all missile build, and it is quite nice with the 1 energy point. So I did an ER large laser here, and then I did 4 SRM6s. So doing this, inner sphere people, look at this. SRM6, it only takes up 1 slot. It only weighs 1.5 tons. Isn't that wonderful? And I did this with 2 tons of ammo, and then 4 tons of double heat sinks. And look at this. Heat management, 1.57. Firepower, 59. Yeah. Now, if you wanted to, you could go one of these ER large lasers and then go with 4 ATM-3s or 2 ATM-6s. That would also deliver really well. But honestly, I've tried that one as well, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all, especially if you can keep your distance. But if you can get close in, and then you do an alpha strike, because remember, you don't have any ghost heat here. You do an alpha strike with 4 SRM6s and an ER large laser in somebody's back, and they're a chalk outline. It's a foregone conclusion. Nobody's putting that much armor in the rear, especially if you get right up on top of them. I will say that the one disadvantage of putting missiles out on the arms is look how far out that they spread out. You do have to deal with the fact that this mech has a wide center torso, left and right torsos, but it is also good for shielding as well, because this is a clan mech. You don't have to deal with losing a torso on an XL engine and it being the end of the world. It's part of the world, but it's not the end of the world. And no matter what, even if you could keep just the center torso, and you lose one side, you still have your primary energy weapon still located in the center torso. Anyway, I hope this was informative, and I hope you consider this mech on the battlefield. And as you can see, I really like this build.